Hi everyone. In today's video, we are going to understand how to find the factorial of any number using Tosca automation. Now, what do we mean by factorial? Factorial is denoted by exclamation sign. And let's say if I want to find the factorial of the number 5, I have to keep multiplying 5 with its preceding previous number till it's 1. So 5 cross 4 cross 3 cross 2 cross 1 is basically the factorial of 5. Now if you go in terms of formula, if I let's say n, it is going to be n cross n minus 1, n minus 2, and similarly it is going to proceed like that till it is 1. Okay, now let's get into Tosca automation and see how we can do that. So I've created just a sample a test case with the name factorial. Let's get started. So first thing is we have to understand the logic. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to take the number input n. Okay, so what I'll do is in this test script I will add a step set buffer. Okay, and in this, let's say I'll call it as input number, and this is going to be the number, whichever number for which we are going to find the factorial. So let's say 5. Okay, now the logic what we need to do is here you see whatever number is there, that number needs to keep decreasing by 1, as well as it needs to iterate that many number of times. Okay, now whenever we have a fixed iteration in case of Tosca, how do we do that? We can use a concept called repetition, and the repetition cannot be applied on a test step directly. You have to use it inside a folder. So what I'll do is I will right click and I'll create a folder here. I can call it as loop. Okay, now based on the input number, the number of repetitions are going to change, right? So what we'll do is we will pass this specific number in terms of repetition. Okay, so in case you're not able to see this repetition section, you right click column chooser, you go into that and you add that back here. Okay, now I'll pass that here, curly brackets b, square brackets, input number, and this. Okay, now what it is going to do, it is going to take this number, put it here, and it is going to start from 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. But what we need to do, we need to multiply the number. So what we'll do is we'll again add a buffer here, tbox set buffer, and here we will take any variable, let's say factorial. Okay, and here we are going to perform the operation. Okay, now since we need to multiply this number and keep saving that number in every iteration, for example in the first iteration, let's say I want 5, then in the next iteration it is going to be 5 cross 4 20, then 20 cross 3 60, then 60 cross 2, like that. So what I'll do is first of all I'll initialize this number. Okay, so I'll say factorial and I'll say it 1 here. Okay, now here in this section, first of all I want this value to be repeatedly increasing. Okay, and for that what we can do is we can use the keyword repetition in case of Tosca. Repetition. Now what this will do, let me explain that. So this is basically going to take the number from here. It is, if it is 5, it is going to 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It is going to work in that way. Now we want to multiply this number with the factorial number. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll say curly brackets b, square brackets, factorial. Okay, and I'll close this. Now this is a multiplication operation, so in case of Tosca it is not going to work unless we use it with a math operation. So what we'll do is we will put everything inside a math operation. So curly brackets math, square brackets, and I'll close the square brackets here, and I will close with a curly brackets. Okay, now just in case yeah, this is fine. So now let's see if this basically works or not, and I'll explain the concept again in case this is not clear. So our answer should be 5 cross 4 20, and 20 cross 3 60, and 60 cross 2 120 should be the answer. So if you want, we can check in the scratch book. In the last repetition, see 5 repetitions have happened. and if I go here, factorial is 120. So this is how. Let's change the number and see. Let's say if I want to put it as 7, okay, and let me run this, and we will see the value now, 5040. And let's check the factorial of 7. Maybe I can check it over the web. Factorial of 7 is equal to 5040. So we got the correct answer here, 5040. Okay, the only thing what we have done here is we have utilized the repetition effectively to make it dynamic as well. Whatever the input number is there, based on that it is going to perform that many number of iterations, and it's going to multiply with the number factorial. And why we have used it here, because it will keep changing in every iteration. We want that value to be multiplied again and again with the next value. I hope this helps. Thank you very much. Do like, share and subscribe, and have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.